it just makes me a more authentic person all the way around in my coaching, because I can say, hey, I was diagnosed as a pre-diabetic, insulin resistant. Why? Because I sit
Yeah.
13 hours a day. I eat like crap. I don't work out because this job is consuming my life. But that doesn't mean that's got to be your story. Like you had talked about
Right.
your story. That doesn't have to be your story. It's your story temporarily. It's
Yes.
one chapter in your story. Get out of it. Get out. There's no
Yes.
amount of
Yes.
money. It's
Oh
just not worth
man.
it. And I'm not dissing men here, but women, we put it on ourselves when,
Mm.
we weren't in the workforce many, many moons ago. Our job was to be home. Now we do it all and we feel like a failure if we can't do it all. So you come home from a long day managing people. So I'm talking to people all day long. And then I'd get home to these babies and I can't just go watch TV. I need a few minutes. I had to make a dinner. That's what a mom does. And I had to clean my house because I felt like I did. And I had to play with my kids and read a book and It's
Right.
tough. You put a lot of pressure on yourself.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Exploratory Podcast, where we explore all things related to veterinary well-being and burnout and mental health and just like how to get your way in life in veterinary medicine. And as you know, I'm Dr. Quincy Hawley, and today I'm very excited because we have a really cool guest. Her
Yay!
name is Donna, and you have to correct me on the last name here. Is it Recupido or
Recupido.
Recupido?
Yeah.
Donna Recupido. And I discovered her content on LinkedIn. Probably, was it maybe a month, 2 months ago? Probably 2 or 3 months ago. And,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I saw her writing on LinkedIn, and I was like, I have got to reach out to her because not only is she a nutrition coach and a personal trainer, but she's also been in veterinary medicine for like a zillion years, right?
Years.
100 years.
Which is really hard because I'm only 29, but it happens.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And the other part of it is that she's actually a certified veterinary practice manager. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
really
and
cool.
Most recently, a certified business leader.
Wow.
And a certified mindset coach, which is kind of something different out there. But when you're dealing with people, you got to learn to get in their minds a little bit, help you through.
Yes, and we're going to be talking about we're going to talk about mindset. We're going to talk about a little bit of nutrition to help veterinary professionals out and things like that. So if you're a veterinary professional and you're struggling with burnout, with your well-being, if you feel like being in a veterinary leadership role, if you're a practice manager, is stressful at times, and if you have challenges just dealing with the team and dealing with the clients and dealing with the workload and everything else, then you'll certainly discover something in this podcast episode, because we're going to be talking about, again, all those things: burnout, nutrition, well-being, to help you get your way in life and in veterinary medicine. So with that being said, Donna, just really quickly, give us a quick introduction of who you are. And one question I want you to answer in this is how did you get into veterinary medicine to begin with? How did you find your way here?
It was the classic thing that I hate on every resume. I love animals. And, but that was it. And so I started as kennel, and then I did many years of reception and kind of rolled into leadership and thought, well, if I'm going to do this as a career, let's do the things I need to do. So I got my business degree. So I have a bachelor's in business. Then I became a CVPM. And, as you go through that, you learn that that's actually more important than a business degree. As I was job hunting, nobody asked for my business degree. Everyone said, are you a CVPM?
Wow.
And I was like, wow, I could have saved a lot of money, 4 years of school that no one cares about. Most recently, I became a certified business leader.
Mm-hmm.
And then in my career, I started to get to a point that things were static. And I was in a place that I just needed something else professionally, personally, and just was really passionate about fitness and nutrition. So I became a certified nutrition coach and started my own business there. Then decided, well, if I'm going to do that, people want to work out. So I became a certified personal trainer.
I love that.
And then as I talked to people, I was like, I got to get in their brains. I got to change the way they're thinking. So I became a certified mindset coach. And right now I'm working on becoming a certified menopause specialist, because I feel like that's such an underserved community in health
Wow.
and wellness. So I am deep in a big book of that right now, hoping to be certified by the end of the year, but we'll see how it goes.
Wow. That is so cool. Like
It's
so,
crazy. Oh,
so
and
many
of
different
course,
things.
I'm a mom. Gotta say, I'm a mom of 5 kids,
And
and I'll have my seventh grandchild in January.
did you say 5?
Yeah,
My
5.
sister has 5. That's really cool. I know that's a lot of work. So like,
It's a ton of
thank
work.
you for thank you for your service, right?
Right, right. And we should be saying that to these moms. It's hard. It's hard
Oh
when you're
my
working. At one
gosh.
point I was going to school full time, working full time, and raising babies, and it's hard. And that leads to some of this burnout. It's not just the profession, it's all the things you carry on your back when you leave the office.
Wow, you're already like hitting on like so many powerful points, and on that last point of like it's not just veterinary medicine that leads us
No,
to stressful lives, right?
no, it is
there's,
not.
there's so much more. Like we're humans.
Yes,
Like, you could take the veterinary hat off, you can take that uniform off, but you
right.
can't take your human hat off. You
No,
can't take the mom hat off. Like once you've got the kid, you can't
you
get,
can't
get
take it off.
yourself out of that, right? And
Right.
so, and those things are really important. They bring up lots of challenges, but also lots of just awesome, awesome moments, right?
Oh my gosh.
As a parent, and in terms of family and
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not dissing men here, but women, we put it on ourselves when,
Mm,
we weren't in the workforce many, many moons ago. Our job was to be home. Now we do it all and we feel like a failure if we can't do it all. So you come home from a long day managing people. So I'm talking to people all day long. And then I'd get home to these babies and I can't just go watch TV. I need a few minutes. I had to make a dinner. That's what a mom does. And I had to clean my house because I felt like I did. And I had to play with my kids and read a book and da, da, da. And then, 2 a.m., I'd grab a Reese's peanut butter cup and Diet Coke. And it was like, okay, well, that was my dinner because I'm too tired. But then it was like, I can't leave the kitchen like this. So, we're really hard on ourselves. And I'm sure men do it too. Men are
right.
definitely in the child care realm more
Yeah.
than they've ever been now, too. And it's
Right.
tough. You put a lot of pressure on yourself.
That's right. I think women do it worse. To your point,
Absolutely.
like my wife and I,
Absolutely.
she probably does way more than I do. I do a lot. I'm not
Yeah.
going to take that away from myself,
Right. No.
but she feels like she does a fraction of what I
Yeah.
do, and she probably feels worse about her job as a parent.
Yeah.
And I'm quick to give my kids screen time, and I know it's horrible for them, but I
Yeah.
still feel like I'm the world's number one dad and parent, right?
Yes.
So my wife's doing more, but feels less. I'm
Yeah.
doing
No.
less, but I feel more.
But it
You know
feel
what I mean?
more.
And I think that, as crazy as it sounds, like everything that you just said, Donna, like I think so many of our listeners and the women and the moms and the technicians and the assistants and the front desk CSRs and receptionists and the
Yes.
veterinarians that are women will be able to relate to exactly what you just said.
Yeah. And
Exactly what you
to
just said.
your point, you are allowing it. And that's what's so powerful. You're allowing yourself to say, I gave him screen time. I'm a damn fantastic dad. And for
Exactly.
women, I will tell you, when I raised my kids, my youngest is 26, my oldest is almost 40. So there was a ton of screen time because I was the single mom kind of doing all these things. And it was like, watch the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for 12 hours. I will tell you, all my kids are very successful. They're very smart. It didn't ruin them.
Awesome.
Now I'm sure someone's going to disagree with me, and I know there's a lot more studies now,
Yeah.
but I think you were okay with going, this is what I'm able to handle. This is what
Right.
I'm capable today to do,
Right.
and I'm a great dad doing it. Whereas we are like, look at this
Yes.
list, and if I don't put the dishes away tonight, I'm a horrible mom. And
Right.
and
And
that's how we
it's not
think.
like Donna, not like I'm being lazy as a dad.
No,
I had
no.
other things to do. And so it's like watch the TV while I go and try to build a
This is it.
business that helps veterinary professionals. You know what I'm saying? So it's not
Correct.
like I'm just sitting there playing Call of Duty. But
Yeah.
but even if I wanted to play PlayStation,
Call of
Xbox,
Duty.
Call of Duty, or
Yeah,
Madden, or whatever it is, it's
you
still
need
okay
it.
because I
Okay.
am a person as well. And I
Yes.
am, and you as a mom, whoever you are watching this, or a dad, or whatever the heck you are, like whatever you're doing is probably way more than like most people are doing. And it's
Right.
probably
And it's
extremely
okay.
helpful. And it is okay.
Okay. That's what you said. It is okay.
It's okay. It's not the
It
end of the
is
world.
it is not the
Um,
end of the world, because you know
right.
what, when you burn yourself out, you're not going to be a good parent, because you may end up being
That's
put into a
it.
place where you need one of my best friends was put into a mental hospital. She did it herself
Right.
because she ran herself so down because nothing was ever good enough, and it was like, you don't need a 10-course meal. They're kids. They'd be and that's what I do in my nutrition coaching too. Easy. Easy. I don't want a
Mm.
12-course meal. It's
Right.
too much. But
All
you
they're gonna do
said it.
is chew it up and spit it on the floor. And
Or go, I don't
And
like
Luna's gonna
it.
eat
Yeah, the dog
it.
is my favorite. So you're right. You women are not as good at giving ourselves permission to just say it's okay. It is okay if I don't
Yeah.
do those dishes tonight. I'm still
Right.
a freaking fantastic mom.
Oh my gosh, absolutely, absolutely. That's so powerful, and I hope people really like buy into that and realize that we're not just like shooting them a bunch of shit. Basically, like this is
Right.
real life.
No,
Like
it is
I'm a real
real.
person, and that's how I parent. And my kids love me to death. Last night, so funny, they wanted me to read them a story. And I was like, I'll be in there in a few minutes. And I was laying down in the bed because I was really tired, laying beside my wife. And I remembered that I was supposed to go read them the story, and I was like, Cadence, Sky, Cadence, Sky, and they're knocked out. So,
Right. Right.
so I missed the story, but I'm not gonna sit and just like degrade myself because I missed
Exactly.
a story night over that. I can pick it up tonight.
Yep. And they
And
won't know. They won't know.
no,
You'll pick it up tonight, and that's it. I think we do things so much because we feel like the perception is that's what has to be done. But who wrote that book? Like, who wrote the book that says
yes,
if you go to bed with dishes in your sink, you're a shitty mom, you're a
right,
shitty person?
right.
Who wrote that book?
That
Nobody.
nobody
You wrote
nobody put
it.
that
You
book.
wrote it
Yes,
yourself from your own
yes,
belief system.
yes, yes.
And I believe in belief systems, but we need to change the mindset a little bit about how we see those things. Those dishes will still be there tomorrow. I promise.
Right.
When you wake up, nobody can take them from you. They're
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Do them tomorrow.
Doing tomorrow, and a year from now, my sister told me this a long time ago. She was like, if you're not going to be thinking about it a year from now, then it's probably not a big deal. And
Yep.
I'm not going to be a year
Thinking about
from
dishes.
today. I'm not going to be thinking about the laundry basket that's sitting over here
Nope.
that I haven't put away yet. It's
No,
just been sitting here for 3 days.
that's
So,
when you get those things in your head, like your sister told you, you think that. I watched this Netflix thing recently where they were giving everything away. They wanted to downsize their lives.
mm,
Some were having financial issues, some just the chaos was too much. And one of the people had said, it doesn't bring me joy. And now it's almost a running joke between my boyfriend and I. I'll look at something. When I just did this office, I was like, take this picture down. It doesn't bring me joy. I don't need 10,000 things, little,
yeah,
little ceramic things and all this stuff that's making me anxious when I look at it because it's cluttery and dusty and I'm 5'2"
yeah,
and I can't reach it.
right.
So now, if it doesn't bring me joy, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to go. I don't care what your party is. If it's not going to bring me joy, I'm not going.
Yeah.
And I've decided, and it took me 58 years to get to the point in
To
the
figure
life
that
that
out.
I'm first. And I'm no good to anyone if I drop dead from a stroke because I'm stressing myself out. Then it doesn't matter if you read your child a book or did your dishes, because now your child has to learn to live without their mother. And
Oh my gosh, dude.
that's
Wow.
that's crazy. That's just crazy,
Wow.
but we're doing it. We're putting ourselves there. I was there. I will tell you, I this is as recent as right now. I'm in a really bad workplace setting. And last week I was sitting at my desk stressed out because everyone has quit. There's two of us running an entire practice. And all of a sudden, I answered the phone and I was kind of like, oh boy, feel a little weird. And I thought, I think I'm talking slower. And I texted my boyfriend, who's an EMT firefighter, and said, I think I'm having a stroke. And he's like, what? Maybe you should tell someone. And I think what it was is just stress. Everything is fine, but I'm so stressed, and it's affected me physically. And I went home that day and I'm like, nope, this job's out. If I have to eat ramen noodles, I'll share the dog's food. I'm not doing this to myself anymore. My kids deserve me, even as adults in their life. My boyfriend deserves me. I deserve me. My grandchildren, my dogs, all those people deserve me. There is no paycheck in the world worth feeling like your body is giving up on you and it's solely stress. It is solely stress, not eating right, not working out, not doing the things that I should be doing for myself. And I was like, nope, not doing it anymore. Getting back.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that first and foremost, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
before I respond, like, you've obviously never tasted a piece of dog kibble before.
I used to eat milk bones as a kid.
Did you? Oh my God. I ate a
I
piece of
did.
gravy train. So
Okay.
like years back, I was feeding my dogs gravy train, and that's like bottom of the shelf dog food. It's like I can't say name brands, but anyway, it's like
Yeah.
that food for like
Yeah.
and I chewed it, and the first couple of bites were like, okay. I was like, this ain't that bad. It's like a granola bar. Until that rancid fat hit like my taste buds, and I was like, oop, oop.
There you go. Not good. Not
So,
good.
Donna, we're gonna do better than you eating dog food now. Okay? Push come to shove, I'm not letting you eat dog food because that's really,
Okay.
really bad. I will send you some honeycombs, some fruity
Oh,
pebbles, or like
yeah.
whatever it is,
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
ramen
All
noodle.
the sugary cereals. Yes.
I'll see you. I'm not gonna let you eat gravy train though, okay?
Okay. All right. You
But
got my back. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
but like just hearing you talk, it reminds me of like back when I was in that place. Like I've been
Yeah.
there, and I could like very viscerally, internally feel exactly what you're talking about of maybe being in a toxic environment where you're stressed out, where it's affecting you physically. I was having
Correct.
heart palpitations. My
Yep.
bones and my joints were not doing well.
Yep.
Mentally, I was having suicidal ideation, like
Yeah.
just so many crazy things. And that's not who I was as an individual, but I was there. But I was
Yes.
there. And it's like, there is something has got to change. And for me, it was the day after the 2016 presidential election. Anyone inside of Get MotiVETed University who has ever been in one of my talks where I share my story, you already know like what it is, what it was.
Yeah.
Like I had to change it because I was dying. I was killing myself unintentionally.
Yep.
And what's what bothers me the most, and why I am doing what I'm doing with Get MotiVETed, and I think why you're shifting into the realm of work that you're shifting into is that we know that this is the reality for a lot of people at scale
Yep.
in our profession.
100%.
And that is not sustainable.
No.
It's and the crazy part is like we think we're doing the good thing by pushing through that
Yep.
and by doing whatever, right? But it's going to affect the clients that we care about. It's going to affect the patients that we're here to serve. That if you're a veterinarian, took an oath to serve, it's going to affect them negatively when you're no longer in the profession because you're completely exhausted and you have nothing left to give, or non-voluntarily, if you had a health scare and now you just can't. And now you just can't. Even if you want to still be in the profession and help pets and animals, you can't. And so, like, thank you for just being so candid about the reality of the situation.
Yeah. And I think I have to be, because I feel like in my talking to my clients and talking to leaders and other managers and doctors, and I ran a ginormous facility with 300 people and 1 million doctors, and people think that, well, I'm a doctor or I'm really smart. This is not about being smart. I am I think I'm pretty smart. I am a rockhead. I am Italian. I am stubborn. I am all those things, but that's sometimes my worst. And I'm a nutrition coach. My clients are making amazing strides. They are losing weight. They're calling me and saying, I had one last week. My doctor just took me off my cholesterol medication. Heck
Wow.
yes,
That is
because
so awesome.
it's amazing. Yet here I am texting my boyfriend saying, I think I'm having a stroke because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't give my own self what I'm giving to others. And it took that moment for me to go, pump the brakes. And it's not about not knowing what to do. You just get caught. I describe it as being in a cage. I'm in this cage and I'm bashing my head trying to get out, but I don't know which way. I can't find another job. I don't have a partner right now. I have a boyfriend, but
Right.
I'm my own income. I can't walk out
Yeah.
because oh gosh, then what will I do? I don't can't pay my bills and I can't. And then we're just beating ourselves up and everyone tells you,
Right.
you know what? You got to walk away from this job. You got to walk. I know this. I know this. That's not helping people. What
No,
can
it's
I
not.
do
It's
to
not.
help you is a
Donna.
great thing to ask
Like,
someone.
and the thing I love about you since the day I met you, I was like, I'm going to be hanging with this chick
Yeah.
until the end. Is that like your awareness, right, is there,
Yeah.
and your intention to go somewhere higher has been there long before you met me. So that's not a thing that you got from it.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
didn't get that from Get Motivated, but that's a solution that we're trying to
Yes.
tell people at Get Motivated. It's like you have the power, like you have something better coming, right? Like you know it's coming for you, and it didn't just pop up. Like you had to go through all this stuff in order to get to where you got where you're at now.
Yeah.
And people have to do that. And you've done the self-work. If you're a mindset coach, Donna, you already get it. You
Right.
already have that baseline understanding that that I have to empower myself to know that I can go somewhere else. I'm discovering this principle of power within myself to know that things can be better, but I've got to do something. I
Yeah.
can't just sit here and expect
Right.
it to fix itself. And
It's
the
not
big
going to.
part
And
is
patience.
you're capable and patience. And you learn all
Patience.
these
It's not
things
going to
through
happen tomorrow.
mindset. You learn
Yeah.
all of these things through the mindset coaching, and you're going to be able to help people with the stressful situation that you were in. You'll be able to take that and have so many learning lessons from it. You'll be able to help people like avoid like see the red flags and everything else. And I think that's really important. So definitely give yourself so much credit for
Oh, well, thank you. Goodness,
just
thank you.
just like going from this dark place where you're on the phone with your boyfriend, like maybe I'm having a stroke, like being able to do what's required to
To get out.
move
Yeah.
along and get the
And
heck out of there.
everybody can do it.
Everybody can do that.
This is personal. This is really personal. And I don't know how deep you want to go in this. And I'm going to make this really brief. But I had my first child at 19. I married someone that was the hot guy. And turned out he was an alcoholic and abusive. And I was getting my butt beat. And I had 3 babies at that point. And I remember one night saying, I'm not doing, he flipped my daughter's crib. She was about 4 weeks old. And I said, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not going to get hit anymore. I'm not going to put my kids in this. And we were in Michigan, and I grabbed these babies and we hid in a garage that had no, like those apartment ones with no door in Michigan in the winter, freezing because we had nothing because we ran out. Dialed 911, dialed my dad, and said, come get me. I moved into a 1-bedroom apartment back in Chicago with my dad. It was his, with 3 babies, me, my dad, no job, no money, walked out, said, you deserve better. No one deserves this. So that was my lowest low, my lowest low. And I still, so don't think that where you are is so low you can't get out of it. There's no lower than being in your underwear in Michigan in the winter, snuggling 3 screaming babies, trying to get 911 on the phone and watching for the man who just beat you up to come out and drag you back in. It doesn't get much lower than that. Yet still, in that moment, I could say, you deserve better. And all his goal was to make me believe I didn't deserve better. So,
Wow.
however low you are, there is something else. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to suck for a while. It's going to take a lot of hard work, and you need a support group. You need people to help you. But I'm here today in a wonderful relationship, and I have a home, and I have dogs, and my kids are happy and healthy, and I'm feeling great about myself most days. And so it's not just about work stress. It's about those things in life. You can recover from that. You can get out of it. Get help. Just ask anyone. I'll help. Call me. You want to talk about it? I'll tell you my story. I'll tell you how I got out.
Wow. I'm so like sorry you had to go through that. Like no human deserves that type of treatment or anything.
Yeah.
And I know it's such a difficult and sticky and tricky situation. So this is but by no means like suggestions for what individuals should do if they're in a situation. No. But the bigger thing is this, that if you're going through something that's really difficult, just know that the potential for something better exists. It's there, and you can take action, and you can figure it out. And there are people who are there to support you, but
professionals that know what to do.
But it starts with the belief that 100%. You can have something better than that, or else you'll stay there in whatever situation it is, whether it's a health problem, whether it's a financial situation they're in, whether you're getting beat up by your boyfriend or your significant other or some other human individual, like whatever it is, you've got to start with the belief. And we're veterinary professionals. Maybe it's as simple as you being in a practice where you're burnt out. Yeah. And being in a situation, in a family situation where you're just exhausted, you're overwhelmed. You've got multiple kids. They all have like activities and things to do. My daughters just do dance right now. Like they do dance. What else do? They do dance. And they were doing swimming, right? And that's exhausting to me. Me as a well-being coach and course creator and speaker and burnout preparedness, like enthusiast, right? Like I still have burnout episodes where I get myself into these situations, but the thing that Donna and I have that maybe you may not have as the listener is that we have the awareness to know like this shit sucks and we don't want to be here anymore.
Right.
And I got to do something. If I have to eat gravy train.
Yeah. Milk bones, I'm going to do it. But you hit on it. You hit on it. We all do it. And that's what I think makes me an amazing manager. And I'm okay to say that now. I'm a great manager. I'm a great nutrition coach. I'm a great personal trainer because I can say to you, I think I was having a stroke because I was eating Reese's peanut butter cup, Diet Coke, and stressed out. I'm human. I'm going to have my ebbs and flows as well. I'm not always going to be where I need to be, but I'm aware, as you said, to say, whoa, okay, take a left, got to get out of this.
So really quickly, I want to switch gears just a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm at my heaviest that I've been in a long time right now, just because like too much Smithfield's chicken and barbecue, too much Bojangles, too much Japanese, too much DoorDash. So I moved to Raleigh a year and a half ago, and in Fayetteville, Fayetteville, North Carolina, there weren't many DoorDash options. But now here in Raleigh, there's like so many things I can order, right? And so I've been ordering food way too much. Like it's bad for finances. It's bad for my belly.
Terrible.
It's terrible.
So it's really bad.
So Donna, can you give? And I know I'm not the only one, right? Like I know I'm not the only one.
Convenience is the way in the world right now.
Like, and as veterinary professionals, like people bring in the donuts, clients maybe they bring some crap. Oh my God. So there's so much going on. Like what, first and foremost, like, diet plus or minus exercise, is it hard or is it easy to do it well? And you can answer honestly and truthfully, whatever you say, it will go. Let's start there. Hard or easy and why?
I think diet is easy. First of all, because to me, the word diet, I say it, but I mean it as what you choose to eat in your life. I don't want you going on a diet. I don't want you doing keto. Wow. I don't want you doing these things. Diet is what what you're going to eat on a daily basis. And I think it's easier than what people are led to believe, because we're all like, well, we have to have lettuce and vegetables and chicken breast, and that is it. And that's how we lose weight, and that's how we get healthy. And sure, those are all great things.
Right.
I named my company Balance Nutrition and Wellness because it's about balance. I will have a beer and pizza probably once a week.
Let's go.
I will have DoorDash. My Southwest Visa card gave me a free membership to DoorDash, so I don't have to pay that fee. I'm DoorDashing all the day. Yeah, I know. I'm DoorDashing all the time. I open my credit card. There's about 20 of them.
How do I pay you to be my coach? Right?
Yeah, sure.
Like I've already learned like so much.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like in just at 30 seconds.
It doesn't have to be hard. You can DoorDash. Get a grilled chicken sandwich. Don't put the mayo on there. Put it on the side if you want a little mayo. You know, you can get the salad. Put the dressing on the side. Use your dressing from home. You know, if you want the pizza and the beer, have it. It has been my experience that if you deprive yourself of something like that, because there's a lot involved with that. There is not only the pizza and the beer, it's the Friday night, work is over feel. It is I'm going out with my friends, and that support system is super important to me, and I need it. I don't want to be the one going, I'll have a water and a piece of lettuce. I don't want to be that. Bring me the beer. It's a Miller Lite. I'm calling it good. Bring me the pizza. Bring me the breadsticks. Bring me the wings. Bring me all the things. And I'm not going to be mad at myself about it. It's one day. Nobody ruined their diet in one day. If you make a calendar, no one did it.
Gosh,
wow. You could eat 5,000 calories in a day. You will still lose weight if you stay with your other stuff. Put a calendar up.
Oh my
whatever your macros are, whatever your stuff is, if you can do 80%, red X, green X, if you can take that and get 80% of the month, you will lose weight. So that gives you 20% to just be an idiot and eat whatever you want. And I'm not encouraging that, but I feel like...
Right, for sure. Oh my God, there's so much reality to that though.
So much. And the other mindset is, well, I ate the pizza and beer on Friday, so screw it, I suck. You know what? I'll start again Monday. So I'm going to eat like an idiot all weekend long because I ruined it. No, you didn't. It's one day. Let it go. It doesn't mean you have to have 3 days.
Wow.
It's over. I don't even, with my clients, fine, write it down. We track food because we talk about it, but I don't harp on them. I don't go, oh my gosh, what did you have Friday? You had pizza and beer. All right. What'd you do Saturday? It's not that big of deal. Have the donut the client brings, but don't have the donut every single time you walk by the break room.
Yeah. So there is some discipline to it, right?
There is some discipline to it. Yeah. And just ask does it bring me joy? When you start to feel better, look better, you'll look at that donut and go, how bad do I want it? I know what I need today.
Absolutely.
And if your answer is, I want it, I want the whole donut, eat it all. Maybe you could slice a bit and you just needed to taste it.
You just need to taste it. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Doesn't have to be hard.
And walk.
I love that. I love that.
Take your lunch break and walk. Fitness doesn't have to be huge. I love to lift. And I like to run, although I haven't done it in a while. I'll have a race Saturday. I'll probably die, and this will be my legacy. This is
it, guys. But last time you're going to see Donna for a while.
It was nice knowing y'all. But yeah, a walk. It doesn't. Again, when you talk about easy and hard, it doesn't have to be 6 hours in the gym, 6 days a week, 7 days a week. Go for a 30-minute walk. That's it.
Right.
You will see a difference.
Yeah, and I think what Donna's saying here too is like Rome wasn't built, and it probably wasn't destroyed either in a day. I think it's kind of like what they say, the cliche.
Yes.
You're not gonna gain 50 pounds in a week.
Nope.
You're also not going to lose 50 pounds in a week. Yes, and when I finally figured all that out, Donna, I was like, Quincy, you've been doing these 2-week New Year's resolutions for 10 years and then going back to just eating like an insane person, fry this, fast that, process this, sweet that, like snack this, snack that. So if it took you 10 years to put it on, don't expect you to take it. Don't expect to take like 5 days, 10 days, 21 days, P90 days. to get it off.
To get
it took
off.
you 10 years to rack it on there. It's going to take some time. And it didn't take me 10 years to get it off.
No,
so I think that once you start to do a little better, that it actually helps out quite a bit. And I just love what you said, right? Like, you breezed over it so quickly. Like, okay, you had pizza and beer on Friday. What'd you do Saturday? Like, that is how you beat burnout in veterinary medicine.
Yes.
You had a difficult client that cussed you out and called you lazy, right? It hurt. It's supposed to hurt. You're a human. You have emotions. It's supposed to hurt.
Correct.
But there are also 18 other clients that you have that day that didn't say that didn't do that. You've got to be able to discard this one quickly so you can move on to what did you do Saturday? What was the next client like? Like, you're telling me that this one client was an a-hole, right? What was your next client like? What was the client before that one like? Right? You know what I'm saying? Because then you can start to see that most of my clients are actually decent, right? I've got 2 or 3 in the day who were assholes, but the rest of them were amazing.
But as humans, we awfulize. It's easier to do the negative than it. I don't know why, because I feel like the negative takes so much out of us, but we do. We awfulize. So if I'm having a bad day, well, then suddenly my car sucks. My dogs suck. I look in the mirror. I hate it. I hate my hair color. I hate that water bottle. I hate this desk. I call it awfulizing. I don't even really know if that's a word, but
I like it.
I feel like that's the thing. It just starts to, I hate everything because I let my brain get in the mindset of the negativity versus saying, well, that client was an asshole, but this one just brought me cookies and said I was great and thank you for helping their pet. Why do I focus on the one who told me I suck? Why don't I focus on the one who told me I'm good? Because our mindset I don't know why, but we we harp on that. We hang on so tight.
Because what's normal, oftentimes we just don't notice and appreciate. It's like a fish in water, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't register for us that we're blessed to be able to breathe the breaths that we have.
Yeah.
And we take those things for granted. There's a book called the happiness formula or something like that. I forgot what it was, but it's really good, and it talks about that in it, and that you don't notice that you have a lot of health right now, but when you have that health scare, you'll notice that for like every day from then on, but just didn't notice that you didn't have it for dozens of years. You know what I'm saying? And so I try to catch myself in that. And I think that the negativity that we experience can be the reminder that things are actually going pretty fucking well.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, but it's awareness. It's just awareness. It's a code word. That's your code word.
Right.
Snap out of it. You're a bitch. You don't like me. I don't like you. Bad interaction. Hi, Mrs. Jones. Move on. But we hang there. We hang there way too long.
And when you hang there, you turn some of the good clients into the negative ones. And oftentimes it's like subconscious, right? Like, it's not a conscious thing that you're doing, right? Making a what would have been a good client a bad client.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That headspace.
Yeah. But I mean, I am a person who, when I am getting a service, like, I want to be like a great person, but sometimes I think I'm dealing with stressed out individuals who have probably had some bad clients before me. And I end up getting the fallout from their interactions. And that could potentially put me in a space where I'm frustrated with the service that I'm getting because you're frustrated with the people that came before me.
And then it's a snowball.
But I was going to tip you really good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now I'm
just think of the culture in your practice.
Right.
You know, when that person says that to you, now you're in a mood.
Yeah.
You can feel, you walk into my practice right now, like, you can feel the tension. No one's talking. No one's laughing. It's silent. It's tense. We gotta let some stuff go. Not everyone has to like me. I don't care.
Right.
You know, you just have to let some things go.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. I love that.
You got to live like
Um,
your dog. That dog has not moved the entire time with all this talking. I want to be your dog. And I'm not
she almost
listening
looks like
to
a rug, doesn't she, Luna? Lulu.
no, she is
Luna.
out, man. She is
Luna.
living her best life. She
Luna. Oh,
oh,
you don't have to
oh
get up.
yeah.
No, go back to your
No, you
bed.
don't have to get
Go
up, baby
back. Go
girl. You
stay.
did that's
Oh,
amazing though. She
I
could
broke
be
her.
yeah, she could be the representation. She took time for
Hey,
herself and she's okay with it.
absolutely. She comes and says, "Hey, to daddy," and go back to your
Yeah,
bed. Go to your bed. Go.
go on.
Go.
You got that really nice chair.
Yeah, she'll go. She'll get back up there. But sorry, Luna, for ruining your thing for my
Yeah,
podcast.
that's
But
okay. Oh,
there
there
she
she's
go.
going back. All
There
right.
it is.
There.
She recovered
See?
quickly.
Exactly.
She didn't
Could we not live
dwell.
like our dogs? How are
You,
we in the veterinary
look,
profession, but we can't live like our dogs?
Donna,
How
she
is
didn't
that a thing?
dwell. She didn't
No,
dwell on it, did she? Yeah,
no.
I
She's like,
actually
you
called it
bothered me and I'm going back to my nap.
and I'm going back, and she's gonna still love me, right? Like,
100, but you and I
it's so
would be
cool.
like, oh my God,
He
what?
called
I'm
me out of the
sitting down. He
chair,
called me out of the chair. What do you want?
right?
We would address it negatively, where she addressed it as, hey, Dad, I'm going to come see you. And I got
Yeah,
some time. She took a positive mindset to being interrupted in her nap, and we would have taken a
a
negative.
negative one,
It's
and she's
really
not gonna
actually
hold a
kind of
grudge.
interesting.
She's not
Nope.
gonna hold a grudge
She's
either.
forgotten this either. She's
She
back asleep. She good.
I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. We've covered so many things already. We've got about 12 minutes left before the
Okay.
hour mark, and I like to try to keep it at about an hour, but
Yeah,
we've
after
covered
that, people start drinking.
just difficulty and challenges and the mindset and the empowerment to know that you can overcome that. We touched on burnout a little bit here.
Yeah.
If you're struggling with your diet, it's okay like to have
Okay.
an off day, right?
Yes.
And you can recover from that. And that if it's taking you years to put it on, don't expect it to take you days
Yeah.
to like get it off.
And don't deprive yourself. Don't
Right.
deprive yourself. Don't
Yeah.
find those things that say you can only have. If it says
Right.
you can only have, don't do it.
That's right. My
Don't
wife
do
and I
it.
were just talking about that, right? And you've seen my book before. I just talk
Yes.
about like the principles behind things. I don't like to tell people exactly what to do. I'm like,
Right.
here are the principles. Donna, is there like one or maybe like two principles that you have as it relates to give me one for vet med and maybe one for like nutrition and or like the fitness
Yeah.
stuff, like a principle, so it's not like a go do this exercise and then you'll get in shape, or go eat this, like go
Right.
do the Atkins diet, or go do some like crazy stuff like that. But like, do you have any principles for the listeners?
Yeah, I would say when you're talking about nutrition and fitness, and I already said it, make it easy.
Make it easy.
It needs to fit your life. You don't need to fit into it. Make it easy. You can reach your goals with it being easy. Doesn't mean it's not a hard workout, but it can be easy. It's
Right.
Easy. I put these little recipes up. They're easy. You can take them to the vet hospital where we don't get lunches. We don't get time.
Gotcha.
So easy. And I think for, in the veterinary world.
So not complex, basically, right? Like, don't come up with some complex thing. Like for me, counting calories was always complex to me. I was like, okay, that means I've got to go and like do mathematics. I've got to have an app to document all these things. I've got to figure out like how many calories said thing is. And so counting calories for me, I know it's a really good thing to do, but for me, if I was making it easy, it was like, let's not do that. Right. Like, let's do some of the.
Not for everybody. Somebody with a compulsive or an eating disorder, it's terrible because they focus on it. They focus. So somebody who's that kind of mindset, tracking your macros is awful because they're like, oh gosh, it's one carb over, and they beat it. It's not good for everybody. It's not. I'm doing like a 28-day macro challenge, hopefully at the first of the year, and try and put some of this to kind of rest.
Oh, wow.
But easy. And I'm going to do a sugar detox. So maybe you should join me.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, it is. Sugar
Hopefully a group of us can do it.
I love it, but it's so toxic. So doing a sugar detox is great. It resets your whole taste buds, and you don't want the sugar as much anymore, and you feel amazing. But that's a whole nother thing.
And they say it's more addictive than cocaine. They say sugar is more. I believe that. They say it's 10 times more addictive.
Yep. We have our vices, but see, you know what? That's my vice.
Yeah.
That's my vice, and I'm okay with it. And I'm not taking it out. Like
Yeah.
that. And that's, again, how I coach. I also have my ginormous thing of water that
Yeah.
tells me the time. I'm really doing bad because it's at 7 right now and it's 11:52, but
Cheers to
good
that.
for you. Cheers. So, and I would say in the veterinary world, gosh, just support each other.
Okay.
Support
Yeah.
each other. Like, we're a team. We always talk about this team meetings, vet team. But then we kind of go out on our islands when we're there and we don't support each other.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, God, all she does is sitting into the phone. And the front's like, oh my gosh, all they do is play with puppies all day long. And oh, did you see the car the doctor drove up in? Boy, or the day sheet? Look, we make so
Right.
much money. He's
Yeah.
making $1 million and I can't pay my bills.
Right.
Be
Right.
a team.
Be
Be
a
a good
team.
human. Just be a good human.
Yeah.
Help each other out. We're all there because we love animals. We get
Yeah.
it. We don't make great money. Our
I love
benefits
that.
usually suck and are expensive. Support each other. Just support each other.
I love that. Like, support each other and focus on that team aspect. And one thing that I have started speaking about lately is that the clients are also a part of the team, right? They're a part of the people that want to make the pet healthy. And I think that's what we all care about, is preventing disease in pets, preventing illness, preventing injury as much as humanly possible.
Yeah.
And we can't do that for the pets if the clients don't bring them in, if the clients don't pay for the service, right? So we're all on the same team, and to see them as your teammates, and maybe, just maybe, that would help you to recognize and be a little bit more compassionate and understanding. And at some point, we'll have to get the clients to also realize that we're on their team as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean? And so,
and it does seem
focus on the
so
team
easy.
aspect.
You ask for something easy, and that seems so easy. But how difficult does it seem to be, because it's not happening?
Right.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah. And I think that's another part of just like this whole entire like burnout conundrum that we have as a veterinary profession, is that Donna's not saying it's supposed to be like easy. Renee and I are not saying it's supposed to be easy. Dr. Feldman in the Burnout certification program, we're not saying it's supposed to be easy. It's worth it. It's effective and it's worth it.
And
That's what we're saying.
Worth it.
Like,
you are worth it. You as a person are worth doing these things for yourself.
You're worth doing these things for yourself. And if you do them, then your experience as a veterinary professional will be better than whatever it would have been without it. Like that, I know for sure. I'm not saying
practice and be a leader. Be a leader. You don't have to be the manager to be a leader.
To be a leader, absolutely. That's like we talk about that too, like roles and things like that. I mean, it's so crazy. Before we finish up with our what the heck like pod deck, I've got some cards. I'm gonna ask Donna 3 questions. I'm gonna ask Donna 3 questions so we can get to know her better.
Pull my sleeves up on this one.
But before we do that, like Donna, and I'm gonna put like all the links to your coaching program, and I hope that so many people can do this and do that the sugar detox challenge and whatever
I'm gonna any of the challenge. You out.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it too.
Yeah.
Because I need it. I'm gonna make my wife do it too.
Make her do it. I'm making my boyfriend do it too.
Oh, so, see, there you go. It's already 4 of us in the challenge. Like, you guys have to do it.
Yeah, do it with us.
Yeah.
I will let you know when it is, but for sure, I'm working on it now.
So we're gonna put like all of the information in the description to this video and things like that, so you can reach out to Donna. Donna, do you have a website?
I do.
What's the best way for people to reach you right now? If they're like, hey, I'm buying what you're selling. I'm digging what you're talking about. Like, how do I find you?
To me, you can find me. balancenutritionwellness.com is my website. There's contact on there. info@balancenutritioncoaching.com is my email. Send me an email. I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, all Balance Nutrition Wellness. Send me a message. I'm happy to talk to you. Everybody gets a free 30-minute consult. I can send you my calendar. We can talk. If you just want an idea, you want whatever, please reach out.
Yes. And I've done like some personal coaching myself. Like I'm a certified coach too. I don't do as much one-on-one coaching these days, But I've spent a lot of money on coaches to help me, and I would do it again, absolutely, 100%. Because the things you learn when you're dealing with someone who has gone out and they've experienced and they've learned and they've earned and they've read and they've studied, and it's battle tested, it's anecdotal, it's evidence-based, like all these different things, like it's invaluable. The shortcuts, it's like the fast track to understanding, and it can just really save you a lot of time. So I mean,
accountability and support. I have my own coach.
You know what I mean?
Need coaches too.
Coaches need coaches too. So if you're debating, like, is it worth it? I don't even know what she's doing, but I can guarantee you, like, just through listening and studying so many people, that it is absolutely worth it. And I'm gonna have to look into working with her as well, because I already learned some things today that are gonna help me so much. So I can only imagine, like, if I'm just like speaking with you and working with you more frequently, like what that could look like for me.
Because what's going on there?
Friday
night, I didn't have to look at your DoorDash there, my friend.
Yes. Okay. So we're gonna do these cards. Oh,
okay.
Let's build them. Okay. We're gonna do these cards now. I'm gonna shuffle them real quick, and then we're gonna I'm gonna pick out the top three, and then we're gonna ask you these questions, and we're gonna see. And you've already shared so much. I mean, anything probably goes. Okay. So off the top of the deck, 1,
all right,
2, and 3. Let's see what we've got here. Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. Okay. So the first one this is an easy one. If you could have anything named after you, what would you want it to be? Anything named after you?
Oh boy, anything named after me. I'm gonna go with a car.
Yeah. Oh,
I want a car.
The Recupido? Like it'd be called the Donna or the Donna Rick?
No, I think the Recupido. I think a nice Italian car. Not like a little Fiat though. It's got to be sexy. I don't want little. I want, so that's what I'm gonna go with.
I love it. I love it. So it should be a car. When you were a kid, did you have any posters on your wall? If so, what?
Oh my gosh, Leif Garrett and Farrah Fawcett.
Leif Garrett and Farrah Fawcett. I know Farrah Fawcett. I don't know Leif Garrett.
Leif Garrett he was like a singer, Sean Cassidy era. Leif Garrett. He turned out to be a complete degenerate, but at the time, that's who was on my wall. And that famous Farrah with that. I kind of have the Farrah hair going today a little bit. I'm doing my inner Farrah.
I love it. I love it. And then the last one is so crazy. Have you ever been bitten or attacked by an animal? If so, what and why? This deck didn't know that we were veterinary professionals. We asked that question.
Well, a dog bit me, of course. When I was a tech, I was bit by a Lhasa Apso, the only dog that's ever bit me.
Wow.
Yeah, I was just petting it and it bit me. But when I was a toddler, I was attacked by a goat in a petting zoo when I was like 2. And everyone in my family just laughed as it was biting my butt and pulling my clothes. And I was running and screaming and crying. And no one helped me because that's how my family is. They all just thought it was funny. And I still have like I love goats, but they freak me out a little bit.
You should eat more goat after that story. You should totally like add that into your easy recipe.
Do people eat goat?
Eat goats. It's like a big thing for certain cultures. They eat a lot of goat. Yeah.
I've never had a goat.
Yeah, it tastes like chicken. A goat would taste. No, it tastes like a goat would taste. So like if you ever work with goats, goat cheese, goat meat, it tastes like goat. Shout out to Dr. Alan Kennedy, my small ruminant mentor. All right. Well,
I'm gonna put that on my to-do list before I die.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
You could probably find it like down the street somewhere at a restaurant, like
in Charleston, South Carolina. I don't think we're gonna be having any goats down here. There are a lot of seafood, but I don't think I'm gonna find a goat.
You might not find any goat in Charleston.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to travel. I'll find some. You'll find maybe some. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, if we ever meet, like that'll be our thing, right?
That's where we'll go.
I'm in North Carolina. You're in South Carolina. It's not that far away. We should get together and go find the best goat in South Carolina or North Carolina or whatever. And we're gonna shoot an episode. We're gonna shoot like a YouTube video or something when we have that go together. So y'all be on the lookout for this. This is not the last you're going to hear of Donna Recupido. It's been absolutely amazing having you on here. This is one of my favorite episodes ever of all time.
Of course.
Yeah, you're so authentic.
I love you so much. I love what you're doing. I'm so glad we connected. You are a person who fills my cup. Like every time I talk to you, I get out and I'm like, I'm going to take on the damn world. You just give me that energy. So keep doing what you're doing because it's phenomenal. I love you. I love you. I think you're a great human being, and what you're doing for the veterinary community, so powerful. Everybody check out Get MotiVETed. Like you need to do it. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then read his fitness book too.
Yeah, the fitness book. I've got the ebook on Get MotiVETed University, so you can go there and find the ebook.
Well, I got the autographed copy. So
she's got the autographed copy.
My stressful job, I'm gonna like sell it on eBay.
Yeah,
support myself. Yeah, just kidding. I would never sell it. I love it.
I've got more. I'll give you another. Sell that one. And give me a portion of the profits.
I'll wait till you get way famous. It'll be worth more.
I love it. Yes. Thank you for your time, for being here. And thank you again to all the listeners, all the people of Vet Med,
thank you
for all that you do as veterinary professionals. Like, we're here to support you. Nana's here to support you on the mindset end, on the fitness and nutrition end. If you're a leader in veterinary medicine, and you need some leadership tips, I'm sure like Donna
I'd love it.
would be there to help you.
Happy to help.
And it's good. It's going to cost you a fee for sure. Like she has so much expertise. Like, we're not going to give this away for free, but definitely reach out to her. I'm sure she would help you.
Absolutely.
As much as humanly possible. But thanks again to everyone out there. This concludes another episode of The Exploratory. We explore all things related to veterinary well-being and burnout and mental health and things like that. Take care and be blessed. Enjoy the rest of your day, week, month, and year.
Yes.
All right, take care. Bye, Donna. We'll see you.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
All right. That was so cool.
Loved it.